Hi, this is Roy Collin of the Speakers Podcast, and I'm actually joined today with my mentor, Justyna Szuminska. So, welcome, Justyna.
Hello, everyone. I'm really happy to be part of this Roy's new project, and I'm really, I'm really excited to seeing how he's developing with many great and new ideas. And I'm really surprised and super excited about this, that I can join his podcast. So I'm really happy about it.
So you might tell us about your journey from speaking. Before you started speaking, were you always competent speaking, or did you have situations where you'd have problems?
I think that everything has started when I was a little kid, when I joined like a school theater, and I really always liked to be on the stage. And it started, I think, then. But you know, when you're a kid and you're singing or you're like saying poems, then you are not speaking about your feelings or about your opinions or about your beliefs, but you are speaking because you rehearsed that. So it's totally easy to be on the stage. However, even then, I haven't got such a situation that I was super nervous. I was nervous, but it was not, like sometimes kids are very shy and they are not appearing on the stage or they have some problems. But for me, I was really excited when I had a possibility. I was even taking part in poem contest. So for me, it was like normal that I was on the stage. I was like, leading some meetings at school. But then when I was at university, and then when I started working, it was totally different, because you need to speak up about the things which are important for you. And it's not the same when you are speaking the same poem which you rehearsed and you know it by your heart. So the problem has started, because then you need to get the attention of the audience. You're not a kid like everyone is looking at, and everyone's clapping because everyone's clapping when children are entertaining. So then you need to know the tactics, you need to know how to speak to people to get their attention, you need to know how to speak in the way that your speech and your thought understand it. So for me, when I started working as HR, I wanted to be also a trainer. So the competency of speaking, of public speaking and communicating with people, it's really important for trainer. And then I realized that I don't know how to do that. And I need to fill this gap if I would like to start my professional journey with being a trainer. And then I appeared in Toastmasters. So that my speaking journey has started with Toastmasters.
And when did you start with Toastmasters?
It's really funny, because when I was studying, I was in London for 1 year for my internship. And I was always receiving information about the communities meeting in London. And I was always receiving morning speaking Toastmasters and something like that. I remember that it was on Tuesdays morning, and I was always receiving this invitation. However, I've never been to such a meeting, but I was always keep receiving emails on my inbox at work that I was doing that time at my internship. And then when I come back here to Łódź, I started working. And then when you are finishing your studies and you start your work, there is sometimes you are lost, because this transition period is really difficult because of the people. I joined very mature organization, and the team was they were definitely older than me. and I haven't got like such a fun when I was working, and I was missing this feeling of excitement, of having fun with people. And then I started searching for communities in which, and I've seen this Toastmasters, and I said, oh my God, it's the same organization which was sending me invitation in London, so I need to visit them in Łódź. And then I went for a first meeting, Polish meeting, and I was going there for a couple of meetings, but I was really not engaged. I delivered my first icebreaker, so the first project which we were doing in Toastmaster. However, then I finished my journey with Toastmaster, with that club. And then when I started my trainer journey, when I started my training course as a trainer, as a business trainer, I decided that I need to come back, but I need to come back to the English speaking club, because during the period when I was not joining Toastmaster, the new club in Łódź, English speaking club, appeared. And then I decided that I'm going there, but I'm going there with a purpose, and I'm going there, and one of the purpose was to be engaged in this, what am I doing. So it meant that I was taking part in every meeting, I was taking part in I was taking roles, I was preparing speeches, I was very engaged in the board officers at that time, and it was the time when I was really that a lot of things has changed in my life. Like the quality of myself has also changed, and I think that I received many competencies during that period, because except of that I joined Toastmasters, I finished my training course, and I was more aware of myself, aware of my abilities, and aware of the skills which I was missing. And one of the skills was communication.
And you said that you took some officer roles, and I know that you're doing the PR. Is this the director of PR at the moment, or district?
Yeah, this is currently I'm District 108 PR manager. So I'm supporting PR activities for Poland, Finland, Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia. So all of the things which are happening in our district, I'm trying to communicate outside to the external world, which doesn't know Toastmaster, and as well I'm trying to communicate through social media the activities which we are doing to our members in those 5 countries.
And you find it difficult dealing with different nationalities?
To be honest, I don't have such a problem right now, because professionally I used to work in a multinational team, and right now I'm even in the speaking community in the Toastmasters Club, which we have several nationalities. So right now every part of my life except of my family, I'm dealing with different nationalities, so maybe for me it's not a problem. I'm not concerning this as a problem. I used to work, and I used to that I'm working for international environment, because Toastmasters is international. And last year I was area director, so of course I was supporting clubs in my area. So that was 3 clubs in Łódź and 1 club in Warsaw. However, still I was part of the district officer community, and those community was really multinational and consists of many countries. So I used to work in international environment. I really like it.
And when you were in the club in Łódź, what I know you did the PR, VP of PR. Did you have other roles as well that you took as officer? at club level?
Yes. So when I joined Toastmaster, I joined the leadership club, and I was their vice president of education, and then I was a treasurer. And then when I had a 1 year break, I was going for conferences, but I was treating Toastmasters as a social network, I would say, and I was going for conferences. I finished at a certain level, which I wanted to finish, because as I mentioned, I joined Toastmaster because I had a purpose. I had a purpose to improve my public speaking skills. So when I get this level, I decided that, okay, that's it. Because I really like working on in the time frames. I really like, and I said that, okay, so I will finish that. I will finish my CC, competent communicator. And then I haven't seen the point to start even advanced manuals. I don't know. I had such a feeling, and that's why then I was just participating in conferences. I was coming and I was visiting club from time to time, doing different roles, but not very engaged, because then I started learning Spanish. So I had like many classes during the week, and I had time for different things. And then when I remember then when I was first time at the district conference in Warsaw in 2017, and I've seen something what was beyond the club, because I've never participated to district conferences, because for me they was a bit expensive to go somewhere and pay like €100 for the ticket for the conference, and then going, like buy flight tickets or something like that. So when the conference in Warsaw, different district conference appeared in Warsaw, I decided that I really want to go. And I've seen the quality of the speakers, and I've seen like so many different nationalities, and I've seen so many great leaders, which, in club we have, but it was like one level, what I mean. That's, I said that, okay, I haven't got like maybe the inspiration in my club or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I was searching for different things in my life. But I was really impressed by the quality of speakers and the quality of leaders in the district conference. And I decided that I really want to be the area director, to be part of such a great community of the district, because that can give me different competencies which I cannot have while be just in the club. And still I have this feeling that really being district officers, like having different roles, it gives you definitely different competencies. And this is wonderful about Toastmasters, because if you are having different roles in the club board, it gives you different competencies. But then you can always go beyond the club. And sometimes people are forgetting about it, and they are just quitting Toastmasters because they cannot. They think that they finished the possibility to develop, but there's something more, which the first time when I was before my break I haven't seen, and because I didn't know about it, I didn't know about it, and then when I visit this Warsaw conference, then I've seen it, and that was I would say, the second part of my Toastmasters journey, when I started being a district officer, when I wanted to be area director. So then the Speakers of Łódź new club appeared on the map, and I said, okay, so I would like to definitely join a new project, new people, new energy. And I said, I know that I was a good vice president of education, but I was already, so I wanted to start something new. And I really would like to work on my PR skills. So I want to be a PR. And I received a good feedback as well after my term, that I was really doing a good job. So after being a vice president of public relations, I became the area director, And after the area director, I knew that I wanted to be the I want to do the PR for the district, which is really exciting.
No, definitely. And like I find as well that there's actually a fantastic community and very supportive, and going to these events you meet like lifetime friends. And I think people don't realise that Toastmasters is not just about going there and learning how to speak, but you meet fantastic people. Like I know in the different clubs in which we meet sometimes, at least once a month, and gather together just to go for drinks or go for a meal or something like that. And the same with the events. I've got friends now in Switzerland and Germany and other countries that I met through Toastmasters, and I'm still friends, and I'm sure you've got friends all over the world like that. Yes,
thanks to Toastmasters. Once I was in Sri Lanka, and I was going to Sri Lanka, and my friend Carolina from the leadership, she told me, "Oh, I have a friend who I met during the international convention in Kuala Lumpur. I can give you his I can contact you." I said, "Okay, but I don't know if someone would like to meet with me if he doesn't know me. Just weird people are doing such a things." But I said, "Okay, but if you can give me, then you can contact me." And I contacted him, and I was really surprised because he was so super friendly, and he spent the whole Sunday with me and my husband, showing us Colombo, the Sri Lanka capital. And it was really fantastic, of course, except if we were not speaking about Toastmasters, just for a few seconds, because otherwise my husband would be really boring. But still, we had a lot of things in common to share. And I think that Toastmasters gathers very interesting people. And this is for sure, that except of public speaking, there are always people who wants to do more. Not only being a Toastmaster and practicing public speaking skills, but also doing something more. So right now, my whole life is I was organizing TEDx events with people from Toastmasters. I'm running with people from Toastmasters. So people from Toastmasters have really great energy.
It was actually TEDx when I saw you first before I joined Toastmasters, and I was impressed because you were actually hosting the event in Piotrkowska, and that's when I met you first, and I was actually lucky that you were my mentor then afterwards when I actually joined the Speakers of Which. You mentioned there about your husband is not in Toastmasters, and I know some people have met their partners through Toastmasters, but what it's like when somebody's actually not in it and you're so engaged, because I know you go to the events and you were going to at least one meeting a week, and you embrace it so much. How do you work that out?
I think that this is all about your relationship, because my husband is also very active in different field. He's a fan of FC Barcelona, and he's got his own community, because he's writing articles about FC Barcelona on one of the biggest Polish portal about FC Barcelona. So I remember when I met him, he was so engaged and he was so super fan of FC Barcelona that even our wedding photo session we took on the Camp Nou in Barcelona. And I was going with him to see the matches, Messi, etc., and other players. I was falling in love in Piqué from Barcelona, and we have many friends from his background as well. So I think that generally the tip for a good relationship is to have your own activities that you are fascinating about, and have some common fields. Our common fields is traveling, and his private field is FC Barcelona, and mine is Toastmasters. So we understand our needs, and I think that thanks to that, our relationship is very rich because of the experience which we bring to our together world from those different worlds. So right now he knows my friends because right now all of my friends are from Toastmasters. So he knows my friends, and he really supports that as I'm supporting his passion. So this is how it works.
Brilliant. And recently you've just got DTM, so you might tell the listeners what DTM is and what it took to actually do to get.
DTM is the Distinguished Toastmaster recognition, so it's the highest educational achievement in Toastmasters. It sounds really, really ambitious, but in fact it is, because we are realizing many speaking projects, leadership projects in Toastmasters, and the Distinguished Toastmaster combines those two competencies. So you're public speaking and leadership. So you need to deliver many speeches and many different advanced projects to finish the speaking path. And as well, you need to fulfill different leadership roles and leadership projects to fulfill the leadership path. And that combines those competencies. Of course, the DTM is just the award. It's like the tick that you finished that. But in Poland we have just 19 people, since the organization is Toastmasters is in Poland 25 years, and we have only 19. Wow. And I'm the 19th.
So I must go for number 20.
Yes, go for it. So not everyone is persistent and consequently doing that. I know that there are many people who are better speakers and better leaders than me in Toastmasters. However, I'm the person who fulfilled those things, and I know that I learned a lot, and this is the best award which I received, except of the DTM, that I've learned many things through different projects which I was realizing, like conferences. When I was doing my kind of film for the Facebook, just to sum up this Toastmaster journey, like with this DTM award, I was like checking on my Facebook the films and photos during those 4 years which I'm in Toastmaster, like officially in Toastmasters, when I joined officially as a member. And it's really amazing how many people I met, how many conferences I visited, how many workshops I delivered, how many roles I took, how many speeches I delivered. So this is, except of the word, it's like a beautiful memory which I have right now, thanks to Toastmasters and thanks to the TTM.
Oh, that's fantastic. I can hear your baby, but she's not crying, she's happy enough. How old is your baby actually?
She's 4 months right now.
It's Laura.
Yes,
oh,
yes.
Beautiful.
So right now I have such a role that I can combine being a mother of a beauty baby and being a Toastmaster as a PR manager. Support our district more online than live, but still I'm really part of a great community, because the district 95, as I mentioned, consists of 5 countries, so we are meeting very often remotely through webinars, through online meetings. So this is really the way how I can do my work right now.
And just finally, like, how do you prepare your speeches? Like, you're an extremely competent speaker. I mean, I've heard you speaking not only on the TEDx but maybe 10 speeches or maybe more, and you're a fantastic speaker. So when you're preparing at this level now, how do you prepare your speeches?
So I had also, because for me when I started speaking and doing advanced projects, for me it was really important to have the ability to speak, like to prepare speech within a certain amount of time. I'm not, because I know that you can prepare a good speech, but you need a lot of time. And my goal was to prepare a speech within with not spending a lot of time on the speech, because that's this is the ability which you need at your work. Yes, yeah. Like someone will tell you, okay, so you have a presentation in 10 minutes and you need to prepare it, and this is the ability that you need to learn how to prepare quick presentations. So I'm not spending a lot of time. I'm trying to be as creative as I can, and I'm doing just the bullet point about the things which I would like to mention. And if you have the experience of practicing public speaking in Toastmasters, then after preparing certain speeches, then you definitely know how to do that with like amount of time which is given to you. So everything you can learn in Toastmasters.
Okay, so I hear your baby, so thank
Yes.
you very much for joining us today, and I look forward to hearing you again.
And good luck, Roy, with your project. I cannot wait to hear different podcasts with different guests. And good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So thank you for listening. You can find us on Facebook on Speaking Podcast. Our website is speakingpodcast.com, and I would appreciate if you liked what you're listening to, that you'd give us a positive rating on iTunes, Stitcher, or whichever platform you're listening to. And if you think you know somebody that would benefit from public speaking, please be sure to share. Thank you very much. Until next week, I'm Roy Collin. Goodbye.